Yeah, another grand slam. Absolutely amazing medicine wheel. We had new folks coming in, we had our alumni that came in, and absolutely everybody flew to another universe with this playlist that we had, plus, of course, the breath makeup that we had. And it's been absolutely amazing to receive a lot of these testimonials and a lot of these reviews of what people's experiences are. And there's all of these neurodegenerative conditions experiencing some pretty amazing things that moving into 2027, I'm really excited to start actually researching and gathering like qualitative data, biometrics and blood profiles and brain scans and all kinds of other measurements that we're going to be doing. And that's what I'm excited about with this breath work and the mixture of neuroscience that I bring to this. This isn't anywhere inside of the breath modality itself. Not the yogic breathing, not Wim Hof, not Dan Brule, not Stan Groff, not any of these guys. And the beautiful part about that is when you look at neuroscience, it takes epigenetics, it takes pulmonology, your lungs, it takes cardiology, your heart, all of these pieces into account, as well as biochemistry, neurochemistry. So, in that way, over the past decade and a half, I've been able to pull apart whatever that problem is for the body. And let's take a couple of instances into account. And I'm really excited to work with more Alzheimer's patients moving forward. Because if we look at the condition of Alzheimer's, that's a buildup of beta amyloid, the short form peptide, very healthy protein called APP. Too much of that, and without enough glymphatic, the glial lymphatic system, that is your drainage system, without enough of that drainage happening, that builds up inside of all the spaces of the brain, creating beta amyloid plaque. And then, of course, you get neurons misfiring, not connecting, all these other different issues. And then you take another one, which we've had some really great results with lately, Parkinson's disease, which is a overproduction of a plaque called alpha-synuclein. And basically what happens is that aggregates into these toxic clumps that affects the substantia nigra and basal ganglia, basically the motor function and innervation of your whole body system. So you have issues with dopamine deficiency, which is the reward hormone. So they experience a lot of tremors. They experience some off balance issues. And many of them have something called apraxia, which is damage to one of the lobes of the brain, mostly lesion created, and there's usually a connection between Parkinson's. But all of that to say, when we understand the deficiency and how the body and brain got there, then all we need to do is work backwards. A, get the glymphatic system and lymphatic system pumping again, drain all of the toxins, expel what the body is building up on, and allow space for the body to also create some of the most powerful and healing neuroprotective chemicals that are very psychedelic as well. So you have a really amazing experience that comes along with this very healing neurotransmitter, very healing neuromodulators. So it's an amazing thing to be a part of this. And I mean, we're just scratching the surface in neuroscience. We pretty much understand everything about the heart. There's more that we're discovering as we move into that. There's pretty much everything that we have discovered about the lungs. Of course, there's always more information that we can gain, more insight that we can gain. But with neuroscience, we have just scratched the surface. And with these medicine wheel breath ceremonies, the way that they're set up is to literally bring the body into a state of theta and delta state, which brings the drainage system online. The number one thing that will ever bring the glymph and lymphatic system online is you sleeping. So when we can put the body in deep states of theta, even delta skip, by way of using the breath as a control mechanism to completely shift heart rate, blood pressure, and everything else, which creates a different state in the body, then we can also, on the other side of things, turn on brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is the protein that created your brain and spinal column when you were just a little peanut inside of your mom. So we can upregulate that compound and get that neurotransmitter producing again, which is very healing, as I mentioned. Not to mention, we also create an alkaline state inside of the body. So you're allowing this balance to happen inside of the power of hydrogen, which fuels all of the processes of your body. And then on top of absolutely all of that, you've now created several different wavelengths in the brain. You've activated your genetic code, and it's being read differently than it was previously, which is called epigenetics. So you're literally turning on these processes that can only be activated in very specific states, which again, we bring you into in a 75 to 90-minute session. Basically, a medicine wheel ceremony is like 30 therapy sessions, 30 massage sessions, 30 lymphatic sessions, all built into one, allowing the body to purge, release, open up space, create these healing compounds, and then we give it the space to just hand all those things out. So I'm excited for you to experience it. I've jawed on long enough. I will put all the information in about our medicine wheels coming up. And the beautiful part is on Saturdays, for the next 10 Saturdays following till July 25th, we'll be doing this at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 5:30 p.m. in the UK, 6:30 p.m. in Italy, Germany, Central European time. And you will also get the recording. So you don't just come in live, you get the recording for that so you can go back in and visit that inside of our private member vault on YouTube, which means you can also have it offline, because on YouTube you can download it and it's available on your phone even if you don't have an internet access. So anyways, love you guys so much. Absolutely amazing experiences all around. I can feel this openness that's happening right now, and the movement is growing by leaps and bounds. So I'm excited to come out with more of these testimonials, more of the research, and to show how simple it is to get yourself from where you are now to where you want to be. And it's all inside of you already. Love you guys so much. Make it an amazing life, warriors.